Hey everyone, welcome, welcome. This is Jennie W.I.S.E from the W.I.S.E Mind Yoga Psychology School. And also, we are having our doors open right now for the Girl Let It Go Inner Circle and the W.I.S.E Method. And so I'm so honored and excited to have Dana McBride on with us. She is beautiful. She's been a student, she's been a friend, she's been a partner with me. I'm so grateful to have her. And so, Dana, if you want to introduce yourself and let's chat a little bit about how long we've known each other and, anything else that you want to share for students out there initially that don't know me or don't know Wise Mind Yoga. And I know you've been working with me for years, like going on 8 years.
Yeah.
So share away.
It's hard to top that introduction. Um, well, I am grateful that you invited me on today, and it's always fun to share my story, my journey with you. The journeys that we've seen together, things that I've seen. Um, but basically, we've been, like you said, about 7 going on 8 years working in sort of all the different, I guess, realms, working as like a mentor, you the mentor, me like the mentee. Then where, I help with your website or your marketing or, and then I'm showing you stuff. So I feel like it's a very, there's a word I'm searching for.
Synergy.
Sure. Synergy. I was going symbiotic, I guess is what I was going, like a relationship, a give and take, but it's, it's all good. So, and I feel like, in a friendship, of course, it's just, I can't think of anything else that I was going to say. I lost track.
Well, you were going to share about the inner critics and the different inner critics that you've worked through, and then also some of the things that you've done with meditation and yin and
Oh,
all
yes.
these pieces.
Thank you. Sorry. Um, I will admit openly that I do have attention and focus issues. So that was my little flub there. And now my inner perfectionist is reeling, thinking, Dana, I can't believe you did that. But that's actually one of the things that I'm still working on. I consider myself to be a work in progress. So, the perfectionist of me trying to be what I think I should be, I think over the years, one of the biggest things that Jennie has taught me, and I think I told you this story where the very first time I did the meditation, I kept thinking like, oh my gosh, I should be doing this. I should be doing this. Very taskmaster oriented. But now it's become a go-to tool when I start to feel flustered or overwhelmed, or like if I feel it coming on, that's sort of where I'll stop. I'll be like, it's okay to stop, go take that minute or 5 minutes or whatever it is to sort of reset. And, that's sort of helps me so much. It's crazy. It actually just blows my mind how much it helps. Because I swear, like 5, 6 years ago, I don't think I would have believed that something like that could help. And it's just, I love seeing the growth, not just in myself, but in, your other students and just people over the years. It's always been really, it's just inspiring, really, is what I would say.
Mm-hmm. And as far as if you want to share like some of the things you've done with yin and meditation, and I did want to share a minute too, back to Dana's background, is that she is a corporate professional, but she also is an entrepreneur. So she's a blend of both. And there's a lot of those out there that, work a corporate, profession. And then in addition, they're working with clients or they have a quote side hustle, whatever you want to call it, where they're also pursuing their own, dreams, in addition to having a part-time or a full-time corporate professional job. So I definitely feel like, to your point, a lot of these things that you've learned have been life skills, because I know you've seen it like in your personal life, also how you treated yourself.
Oh,
And
it's been essential to me. Like, these tools have just been like, there are times where I think I don't know where or how I would be okay if I didn't have them. Just because, the anxiety, the stress, the just things that get, the shoulds, I coulda, all that stuff, or, I guess shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff, where, but I don't like, I've been working on, my mindset, trying not to think like that. And, I'll actually share just a personal anecdote today. So today, this morning, I actually had something trigger me. And I was thinking back like a few years ago, I think I would have had a meltdown about what was triggering me. But today, I didn't get upset. I didn't get mad. I was able to sort of accept and move past it. And I feel okay right now. I'm not even, the only reason I'm thinking about it is because we're talking about it. But like, it, I was able to step back, and as we've discussed before, where I'm in emotion mind, I skipped over that and went straight to, this rational, let's sort of, going through the process, and I feel okay. I don't feel, and it's just like I'm ready to go on through the rest of my day. And, I didn't let it derail me from today. And so I was proud of myself for that. And I'm going to put that in the win column as, as something, in my journal, because I journal. And one of the things that I journal is things that I'm proud of myself for. And I'm going to put that in there as something. So I just wanted to share that with you, because that actually like happened today.
that's amazing. And that's huge. Like, working on, like you said, not going into emotion mind, and being able to stay in wise mind, which is a huge part of what we teach about, is emotional resilience and stress resilience. And it's a life skill, right? So after those 6 months, you're going to see a big transformation and change. But in addition to that, it's going to keep going, right, for years, because healing is a lifelong journey, right? And so you get to practice and learn with every situation. And so that's a great example, Dana, and an opportunity for growth, that you didn't get triggered. So that's amazing.
Well, and then that also reminds me of the, it's not, it's, it happened again. I'm sorry. This is my attention problem. I'm just so excited to be sharing stuff. And I know what I was going to say. It's so exciting to see like the transitions, not just from me, but from other, I've been watching, because, when I edit or when I clean up some of these videos from, the other students, and I hear their journeys, and it always just makes me feel, one, I'm not alone. And two, I feel like that warmth that, not only do they have that relationship, that friendship with you that they've developed, but also that their own personal journey, whether it's their relationship with their family or their friends or their children or, whatever. It's just, or with themselves. It's just always so, I'm getting like tingles thinking about it, because it just always makes me feel good. And it makes me feel like if they can do it, I can do it. And that's really, I really think that's what it's like all about, is just showing, hey, one, you're not alone. And you know what? All these women, all these people have been able to do this successfully. So, you can too. And I think that's a big part of, what you try to just, even when you're doing like your consults and stuff, to be like, hey, we're here for you. We're a community. let's work together and we're going to get you through this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things I really like.
Yeah. And share a little bit from what you can remember of some of the things that people have said as far as getting on a consultation with me and what that's like.
Well, the biggest one is it's like talking to a friend. And I totally can relate to that. We've had many consults over the years in different realms of things, either from me talking to you or you talking to me. And a lot of the time it's like it's like picking up where we left off without, which is what I like. Like I have friends where but we don't talk for like months and then we get on the phone and it's just like we just talked yesterday. And that's what I feel like it is with you. A lot of the time where it's just like talking to an old friend, um, you know, because there is that actual I was talking about you to one of my colleagues and I said she gives these like a genuine feeling, like there's a genuine generous, not well, genuine vibes. And
Mm-hmm.
and that makes you feel, I don't want to say feel real because you are real, but it is real. And it's like there's that you actually care is what I'm trying to say. You actually have that spirit, and I like that. And I think a lot of it resonated with a lot of the other students too. And because that was a very common thing that I remember people saying, like you're like talking to a friend, you care, like you're different than other other people they may have worked with in the past. And I can vouch for that too. It's totally different than just other consults where they can be kind of dry or seem very scripted. And I know from experience that you're not like that.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's very custom. And when you say, we customize this consult for you, you mean it. And it's real. So, because you genuinely want to know what you can do to help, because you want to help. And I love that. I think that's a really special quality, and not a lot of people have that. A lot of people are just out there to make money, but I know you want to actually help. And I think it reads through either a Zoom call or a Skype or, whatever, just a phone call even. I think that comes through.
I appreciate that, girl, because I know you've known me for a long time. So, you see a lot, behind the scenes, right? So there's no perfect business, there's no perfect relationship, right? Like
Mhm.
but overall, our why is so important. And, for me, struggling with some of the things that I have in the past, 10 years ago when I had a breakdown, um, it really has been a huge part of my why, that when I have gone through and learned some of these holistic ways to help heal and transform yourself, um, that other people don't have to go through that same thing, right? And
Right.
that was a huge part of my why, is I don't want somebody else to have to go through that dark night of the soul, or have to go to that point of having a breakdown for them to learn these things,
Yeah.
right? And something as simple as, rewiring your mind and knowing that you're in control of your thoughts, and that, people that struggle with rumination, like with those like
Yep.
overthinking, right? Or somebody who struggles with a really loud inner critic like I do. Um, I don't want somebody else to have to experience that the way I did, to
Yeah.
have to start learning how to fix it. Not that we need to be fixed, but I mean, just
I know what
having
you mean.
tools, right? Having the
Mhm.
tools and the life skills, and knowing the process and the methods that are evidence based, by the way, that aren't woo woo, that is going to help like transform your life, basically.